They head to a cutoff race at ISM Speedway as we get narrowed down the field to 4 drivers who are battle for a championship. Joining me tonight, I have Gator Mike. How you doing, Gator?
What's up, guys? Back again.
Back again. Just me and Gator in the booth tonight, 2-man booth. So me and Gator will try to bring you all the action the best we can. Quick update on the points before we head into the race tonight. Lights Out and Big Jim with wins are locked in. Swamp and Max Boost are 24 and 23 points above the cut line. Below the cut line are NARL Lewis and Jack Boy, who essentially need wins to get in. Gator, do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Any word of who on the poll yet?
Max Boost has won the poll.
Shocker. So Max Boost, that makes the point cutoff line even further. It's going to move it up a point, actually. So 24 points, so essentially with a 14-car, correct, Gator, field?
Yes, it'll be 14 cars tonight. 2 Cup guys are going to be in the race, Storm Rooster and TK270 Kelvin. And we got all of our playoff guys active tonight, so it's going to be an interesting battle.
It's going to be an interesting battle, so
you can join.
All right, I can join. Getting the word I can join. Join. You got invites or any sense on?
I got some.
So what do you think we'll see tonight, Gator? It's ISM. What do you think?
It's a short track.
But does it race like a short track?
That was going to be my next point. It does not really race like a short track. It's really wide, so you got space to go. Maybe the exit off of turn 3 or turn 2, sorry, might be a little bit tight where the wall straightens out. But it should be a good race tonight. It's really, the corners are so open that it kind of opens it up for dive bombs in turn 1. So check that.
All right, and as Gator's already messed it up once, I will call turn 3 and turn 4 and all that probably 15 times tonight, as Max Boost is already checked out. There's Hostum. So I'm trying to cycle through here and get to our second place battle. Still we'll pick up at Swamp. So, ooh, Max Boost is in the fence. Oh wow. As it looks like Kevin is going to take P2. Rooster's going to get into Swamp there a little bit. NR Lewis is going to 4 wide. We got 4 wide, Gator. As it was lights out on the bottom, Steve-O, NR Lewis, and Swamp all the way up against the fence. They're going to survive that for the time being. Ooh, as Swamp's going to get...
These guys are going all out in this cutout race.
Yeah, already getting into each other a little early, if you ask me. Dangles, looks like the FBGM guys are bringing it tonight. Now, it looks crazy when they cycle down. Ooh, wow, he sent Ballstick there. Okay, as Swamp sent Ballstick up the hill. But when they come down, which is now the front straightaway, it used to be the back straightaway, you can't even see that car to your inside anymore. You can't see him in your mirror. You don't know if he's down there or not. It's kind of hard to know where he's at until he pops back up in there.
Cycle through here. I'm seeing Big Jim on pit road. Maybe he lagged out already.
There's Kevin.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, we got one of our Cup regulars here in second place. TK270 Kelvin in the 45 car.
Turning key laps for tonight. Tomorrow, excuse me. As he is below the cut line in the Cup Series. After Crunch's win, moved the cut line up a position. So, Gator, you got stages and fuel mileage, sir. Did you do any research? Because I damn sure did not.
I did not, because I was not expecting to do this tonight. However, I can probably pull up a stream here and see if I can't find out real quick for you.
Yeah, my Twitch is not working. So we're gonna go to, yeah, here we go. I'm looking down, sorry. Apologize in advance.
Well, I'm at like the first lap of the race.
Oh, we should probably mute this.
Looks like we got 17 laps to go in stage 1.
As Max Boost continues
now.
to lead. So Max Boost really doesn't need a win, but a win will take all the drama out of it for sure.
Yeah, one will lock him in. Swamp and Max are both solidly in on points, but due to the way the rules are structured, if one of these other guys that are below on points wins tonight, then one of these guys will get knocked out.
Kyle,
that
welcome to the booth.
That would create a lot of drama.
Ah, shit. That's okay. Hi, everybody.
As we're gonna get to that.
Kmart joining us with the X-rated language.
Isn't it lovely? Sorry, children, fans watching at home. We apologize for that.
This is TV mature now, so.
So, Steve-O is actually like he's hanging pretty well the top three here. Pretty impressive early from Steve-O's Jagboy. I expected Jagboy to actually make a better run to the front here. He's going to get up underneath Swamp a little bit, give Swamp a little bit of the door there. Nothing too major. They're going to be side by side coming off of turn 2 and off
with Jagboy and Lewis. They can get stage points tonight, but I don't think it's going to be enough to help them.
Yeah, they would
get
have to
into the final four. I still think they're going to have to need a win.
They would have to sweep both stages essentially, and Max or Swamp would have to have a bad night. And currently that doesn't look like it's happening, but Jagboy has now passed Swamp up for the 5th position. So Jagboy up into the 5th spot. As NARL Lewis is 7th. So these guys are must-win situations. Maybe Jagboy just buying his time here, trying to fill out his race car a little bit. He's going to need a miracle if he's going to run down Max. As Andre Iguodala has been traded to the Heat. Awesome.
Breaking news.
The North American eRacing League broadcast. We're even breaking NBA news too.
Most least meaningful trades you'll see this NBA season.
Didn't Capella get moved? As NR Lewis and Swamp are going side by side down the back straightaway. NR Lewis is going to cut it way down to the fence, and NR Lewis is going to make the pass going into the corner. I'm sorry, go ahead, Gator.
I think Capella was a great move for the Hawks.
So as we get into the run here, Gator, loose off. You know, that's kind of the nature of NASCAR Heat 4 with these worn out tires. How is it in the Xfinity car? And the Cup car, it's obviously a problem, but in Xfinity, is it as bad?
It's not as bad. It's way more manageable, but it also depends on what preset you put in. These guys ran like an 8 or 9 preset. It might get really snappy off the corner.
As Rooster's going to go. It looks like Swamp's starting to struggle here a little bit. Kind of diamonds that corner. As it looks like Host might try to make this 3 wide. He's going to think better of it as we're going to try to get back to the front here as Steve-O is trying to work underneath Kevin. Max Boots is in a different area code. And it looks like... Ooh, Swamp got in the fence there. It looks like Jagboy's made his way up to 4th, maybe? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th? No.
Wow.
Ooh, Ballstick kind of overran turn 3, pushed up the track. Looks like Hostium's going to go take that position here towards the back.
Jagboy's going to scoot up the hill a little bit here, and then our Lewis is going to try to take advantage. Looks like Jagboy's going to run on the outside here, work to the outside of Lights Out. He's going to gain that position rather easily. So
and I do have confirmation that Big Jim did disconnect from this race.
Oh no, did he really?
Well, he's locked in.
He is locked in, so it's very fortunate for him.
Yep.
Saves his FBGM brothers, as they call each other, a spot in the points. So, fortunate lag out for his teammates as Jagboy is going to make his way up to the 4th position. Looks like he's starting to battle a little bit of loose off, but it looks like he's cutting into the Kevin and Steve-O's 2nd place hold here. Pretty big development.
Steve-O's in 3rd, is that correct?
That is correct. Actually, Steve-O's up to 2nd now. Kevin is 3rd.
Wow.
Steve-O's always been pretty decent at the short tracks, though. So I'm not really surprised to see him up this high.
Yeah, as Jagboy looks like he's cutting in pretty good here. Looks like Kevin's kind of struggling on the long run a little bit as Max Boots is leading, if you're wondering. He's already off halfway through 3 and 4. Let's see if we get. And our Lewis is kind of stalking. Wow, stalking Jagboy as they head through. Stalking like stocking shelves. Jeez.
Oh, nah, let's not remind me of work, please. Thank you.
Pretty. They are pretty. They're essentially single file throughout the field here, so we try to shuffle through and find you a battle.
Yeah, we're already here at 4 to go in stage 1, so
4 to
coming
go
down to
in
crunch time
stage
for some
1.
of these guys.
It's a very short race because they measure this race in kilometers and not miles. Does that even have a difference?
Correct. Only 100 laps tonight.
Gator, educate me on the difference between a kilometer and a mile.
You're asking the wrong person there, bud.
Oh man, you don't know the metric system.
Dude, we live.
I'm not Australian or Canadian or
I'm
anything
we
other
live
than
in
an American
America.
citizen.
I say we invite Penn in here so you can explain to us the difference.
I don't think that'd be a great idea right now.
Oh, I gotta love a little comedy as Jagboy lets in our Lewis go. So, Jagboy's getting the fence there as they come to 2 to go, correct, in stage number 1.
Yes, that is correct.
Just trying to get the viewers laughing is all. K-Bart had a little giggle juice before he got on this evening. As Max Boost is going to come back to the line for 1 lap to go here in stage 1. So Boost leading currently. I think second is still Steve-O. Kevin is third. I think NR Lewis has got past Jagboy for 4th. Jagboy back to the 5th position.
1 lap to go in the stage. Boost is
again.
solidly out front.
As
It'd be good for his points because he's essentially racing Swamp right now, just in case one of the other guys wins. It's these two guys racing each other.
That is correct. Jagboy's going to arc that corners. Max Boost is going to come around and win stage number 1 by a mile. Yes, it looked like Steve-O P2, Kevin P3, and P4 Lewis, correct?
Lewis?
And Jagboy P5. So, yep, as Gator noted, that is huge for Max Boost. He's going to leapfrog Swamp, put Swamp on the cut line. So if one of these guys below him does win, that's better for him. So, tough tough stage for Swamp there.
Yeah, I finished 10th in stage 1.
Yeah,
Yikes.
so he's he actually noted coming in that he wasn't too thrilled about running here in Phoenix, so TT, blow my shit up. 45. Okay, so no pit stop needed for stage 2 as they made it through stage 1.
He still has quite a bit of advantage right now.
Oh yeah.
So, Swamp.
Yeah, it's gonna need a win from them 2 guys below him for sure. As we get ready for the restart, as Jagboy leapfrogs up to 3rd.
Looks like you get about 36 laps on a tank of fuel.
All right, thank you, Gator.
All right, and there's green.
They won't have to pit in stage 2, but they will probably have to pit in stage 3, barring any sort of a caution.
All right, as Max Boost is going to jump out to a lead here. Steve-O has made his way up to the 2nd position. Jagboy 3rd. Jagboy needs a win, and our Lewis is 4th. Also needs a win. Kevin is back to 5th as they are 3 wide in the back. Let's see if we can get some. Ooh, as lights out falls out of that guard's going to jam it in there. Jagboy gets up in the irons. Looks like Rooster. They're going to be 3 wide behind him here.
That was Storm Rooster who whacked the inside wall going into 3.
As they're still 3 wide all the way down the back straightaway. Ball stick is going to get up in the irons. Up in the irons is going to slide up into Rooster. Rooster's going to be running way out of the groove here. As they're still 3 wide. As Dangles rides behind
3 wide.
Still 3. They've been 3 wide for a lap. Oh, ball stick is going to get under. It's now Jagboy.
The irons with the over-under.
As we go back to the front now, it's NR Lewis and Jagboy are side by side for the 2nd position. Both these guys need wins.
These guys are still 3 wide in the back.
Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, ball sticks around.
Ball stick
On my
was a
screen.
car accident. It's not going to bring out a caution. Is now Steve-O's going to try to work under Jagboy here. If you're Jagboy, Steve-O, how much room do you give these guys knowing what they're racing for? Gator?
Pardon me, I was watching this action in the back.
I said if you're Steve-O with Swamp on your bumper, you got Jagboy and NR Lewis at your windshield, how much room do you give these guys knowing what they're racing for?
I mean, you got to show them a little bit of respect, but Steve-O's here to win. He's already been eliminated from the playoffs. Hasn't won this season. That's all he's looking for is a W. So while you got to respect those guys, I don't think he's just going to pull over for them.
Steve-O didn't win? I thought he won that. Oh, he dominated a race and lost. Okay, moving on. Didn't he, Michigan, I think he dominated that. My old age is getting the best of my memory. As NR Lewis is second, Jagboy third. Swamp drives it way deep in there. He's going to float up the hills and give Steve-O a run off of exit. Swamp is fourth. Bit to Steve-O sixth. Is Kevin.
Not the best line to utilize there, but he didn't lose too much time.
I think from my driving style, Phoenix is a lot like Richmond. You can't really overdrive these corners. You got to kind of make the car, let it roll just to go. Try to get the point and power back down. The Swamp has overdriven every corner as we ride along with Steve-O. Max Boost is continuing to cruise. As we have 12 or 13 laps to go in stage 2, excuse me.
It's 13. They'll be coming to 12 here.
Thank you, Gator. Yeah, Swamp
Short
overdrives that
tonight.
corner.
But the final stage is nice and long. About 50, 60 laps.
Jagboy's going to start in there. It looks like Jagboy waits till the car gets in late into a run, then he starts to run that diamond corner, which I think works. As long as you don't have anybody on your bumper, it works here. It's just like Swamp is dive bombing every corner here.
The two guys that need a win are right here in second and third.
And they're just going to have to figure out a way to jump frog.
They got to find something to get around Max, because he's the class of the field so far tonight. However, if Jagboy somehow finds his way up to second in the final stage, do you think Max might play a little TGR teammate and help him out?
I do not. I've never been a Max Boostman. I don't think he can hide this dominance.
Nah, he's too far out. Like he can't hold back that. Yeah, no.
It's kind of hard to hold back all
If
that
it was a lot
speed.
closer race, maybe, but he gone. He gone.
Will his arm itch and hook the apron? I don't know. That's up for his decision and Jagboy's.
Whoops.
Looks like Jagboy's kind of closed in on Lewis a little bit.
He has, Gator. That he has as we try to get to that battle. Ooh, Kevin gets put in the fence by Gar.
Gar, it looks like.
As we continue to... Alright, Jagboy they have pulled away from Swamp. Looks like Swamp struggles a little bit on that long run as Jagboy and NR Lewis continue to battle for the second position.
Yeah, Swamp's got a short run car, it appears. Yeah, we're 8 to go in the stage, coming to 7 next time by.
As they head down what used to be the front straightaway. While we got a minute, let's talk about the season finale at ISM. And NASCAR addressed, this is real life stuff we're talking now. NASCAR did address the rules package, but what did y'all think about the race this past Phoenix?
This past season at Phoenix, I thought it was absolutely brutal.
It's trash.
It was one of the worst races I've probably watched in my entire life.
So I was not too excited when they announced that Phoenix was going to hold it. Yeah, I was not excited when they announced Phoenix was going to hold the championship race after watching that debacle.
If you're unaware, with the new rules package, it's kind of what they brought back, like the 17, the 16 rules package, just to put it only on short tracks.
Yeah, what they did with the short track package for next season is they reduced the rear spoiler to about, I think, 3 inches, maybe 2.5, instead of the 6 or 7 that they normally run. And so the cars are going to be a lot less stable, which might make for some more exciting action, but I'm going to stay a little bit reserved on that.
I think it's gonna be weird to see Homestead
in March.
And is that what it is? March or May? I can't remember.
It's one of those two.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I'm as a Kyle Larson fan, I'm excited that it's that early in the season. So
We're at 4 to go in the stage here.
4
so
to go. Thank
coming
you,
to the end.
As it's pretty spaced out up front as Jack Boys lost the back bumper of NR Lewis. So we try to search for
Battle
Swamp.
here is for 4th place. Got 3 guys here.
Swamp is inside of Steve-O. Ooh, Steve-O and Swamp trade a little paint with, looks like
Storm Rooster's kind of watching right here behind.
Riding right in tow. So he's going to fall off. So it looks like Swamp. Steve-O's going to get to the outside of him, but Swamp's going to be able to pull him down the front straightaway here. So we have 3 to go. 2 at the line for Max Boost. Ooh, Steve-O overdrove that a little bit. Floats up the hill. He's going to try to get that diamond effect for now. That puts the battle in Rooster's court. So important for Swamp to get some stage points here. Not that just in case, but this pretty much puts him in a position where he can't. He hopes that these guys below him cannot win the race.
We are at 2 to go. While it's good for Swamp to be battling here in the top 5 for stage points, it's Max has already basically won both stages, so it's
And the pole.
yeah. So
I put Swamp on the cutoff line.
points
something
aren't really going
happens
to
later.
help Swamp at the moment. We have 1 to go.
Which with a 14 car field. We'll do some math real quick. 1 lap to go.
They would have to win.
Yeah, Boost is locked in.
Yeah.
Oh, not really, because if he finishes dead last.
Well, yeah.
So NR
No
Lewis
one's locked in, but
NR Lewis and Jack Boy have to win. There's no way they can get in by points.
yep.
As that's the end of the stage. Max Boost is going to win stage 2, win the pole. He's on his way to a max points night. NR Lewis is 2nd. Jack Boy is 3rd. 4th, Swamp. 5th, Steve-O.
Boost is up by 9 over Swamp, heading into the final stage. So he's not locked in.
He is not locked in.
What are the other 2 behind?
A lot.
Yeah, they need a win.
After
the stage results.
I don't think there's. Jackboy definitely can't point his way in, and I don't think NR Lewis can either. So. As we get ready to start the 3rd and final stage. Gator. How many laps are in stage 3? That's I'll call the restart. Ooh, Jackboy. Leapfrog. Jackboy's had some pretty cool pit stops all night. I don't know if he took 2 there. I doubt he took 2 as we get ready to go racing here. As Max
It'd
Boost.
be interesting if he did take 2.
I don't think he did.
Call.
It definitely would be as Max Boost and Jackboy side by side. It looks like Max Boost is going to float up the hill a little bit. They're still side by side. Boost can get the run off the corner and clear Jackboy. Oh, Jackboy gets a little loose off the corner maybe. Gets into NR Lewis. He's going to go way high here.
52 laps here to go.
Wow.
Did he not pit?
He does not look like he pitted. How much time he's losing? Wow.
Did he not pit? What's going on with Jackboy? All right, let's see if we can get some information on that battle as Max Boost is checked out.
That's an interesting call. You do have to pit once in the final stage. So he may have not pitted. I don't understand it maybe for track position, but with all
he did not hold it.
Tires and everybody else in the fresh one, maybe he's just going to short pit here early and make it to the end on a long run. But I don't see that being super effective.
Tried something. Anyways, probably not going to work. Swamp is up to 2nd now as NR Lewis is going to try to power to his inside here. Look to the inside. They're going to make a little bit of contact. It's going to slide Swamp up the hill as NR Lewis is going to take the position up to 2nd. So now NR Lewis, if he can reach in his hat, pull out a rabbit, he'll be on his way to Homestead. As it looks like Steve-O is riding in 4th, excuse me.
Now if I'm Swamp there, that Lewis passing me is not a big deal. But I have to keep him within my striking distance.
Yeah,
I can't let him get away.
Until Boost drives out of both your lives, and it really doesn't matter at that point. all spread out down the front straightaway as Max Boost continues. Swamp just, he drives the hell out of that thing into the corner. He cooks it every single corner. As they're a single file, Swamp, Steve-O, Rooster, and I don't know who's behind them.
It's like lights.
Lights out, thank you, Gator. Looks like Steve-O's going to give Swamp a push here. NR Lewis is kind of pulled away from these guys. As he continues to try to find something.
Storm with a little bit of a bumper on Steve.
Steve didn't look like he was too happy about that.
How long is stage 3? Is it
52
Is it literally
laps.
halfway? Okay.
Yeah, there's 48 laps left.
Okay.
Speaking of stages, what is y'all's thoughts on NASCAR evening out the stages somewhat in real life, which I guess will correlate to NASCAR Heat 5?
I think it's better.
It's better.
I guess stage 3 almost plays out like an old style race. You know, everyone kind of tries so hard at the beginning because stage 1, stage 2 just end so quickly, but then stage 3, you know, you could be running.
I think the stages were fine, where the second half of stage 3 was half the race essentially. I think the thing they needed to do was still give out stage points at the lap, but eliminate the stage breaks at road courses and restrictor plates.
Oh, so just keep going.
Yeah, because the road courses, it's killed strategy at road courses, in my opinion, as we see Rooster trying to go below Swamp here. They're 2x2.
Why?
There's lights. Oh, lights out. Cooks it in there. He's going to get in the back of Rooster. Rooster does a good job holding it.
Why not just call it at all tracks, or don't call it at all tracks?
We have Jackboy on pit lane.
Jackboy is on pit road. Is he even in the
Rooster
window?
inside wall.
Is Jackboy even in the window?
No.
All right, Jackboy.
Unless he can somehow save a ton of fuel, he's not in the window.
As Hostile is also down pit road, so maybe TJR figured something out there, as those are both TJR teammates. As Steve-O. Let's see. Jackboy's on to something here. No, they both. I don't know, man. We'll get back to that in a little bit, as I'm confused, along with everybody else.
But back to the stage discussion. I am not a fan of the new stage lengths.
Not a fan, Gator. Why is that?
I think having that final stage longer than the first 2 stages provided the opportunity for a lot more strategy instead of having 3 equal stages.
I agree, because essentially with stage 1 and 2, they always split the run right in half. So essentially with stage 3, all you're going to do is just split it in half again. So unless... No, I don't see it. So yeah, maybe it did eliminate. Unless a caution comes out at the right time, which we've seen with this rules package, this lovely rules package they got, that as we see Rooster trying to go below lights out. Oh, he's going to make a little okay, he's going to make a lot of contact as lights out's going to shove him up the hill. And Rooster's going to take the position. Let's see if lights out tries to get a little piece back here. So they're going to head off into turn number 1.
The Nebraska boys fighting it out.
I was about to say, aren't they buddies?
They are. They live near each other in Nebraska.
Cornhuskers. Update on the front as Jackboy came out in front of NR Lewis. Let's see what his strategy here is. I'm pretty sure he's got to be about 2 laps down here. He's definitely smoking NR Lewis right now when it comes to tires, it seems like. We'll see how his strategy plays out in the long run. As Max Boost continues to cruise. Hostile also pitted with Jackboy. Try to cycle through the field here, try to find you a battle. It looks like Ballstick is on the outside of Up the Irons. He's going to try an over-under. He's spun it out. All right. Ballstick is around the front straightaway.
Really?
Yeah. And so, NR Lewis, Swamp. Max Boost is the leader. NR Lewis is second. Swamp is third. Steve-O's fourth, with Rooster bearing down on him on the inside here. Looks like
what do you think's going through Lewis's head right now, knowing you have to win the race, but you see Max driving away?
pit before him.
The edited version is I'm screwed. Unedited version is I can't
No.
say it. Yeah, I can't say it.
I think he's just got to keep his head down and hope that Max makes an uncharacteristic mistake.
Which probably isn't going to happen, as Jagboy has definitely flipped the... He's going to probably unlap himself here. It's about the only time you'll see a car pass Max Boost all night.
He's probably 2 down, so he'll get 1 back.
I'm just wondering, there had to be a theory behind Jagboy's strategy to try what he's trying. He's definitely making up a ton of time, but he's going to give it back on the second half of the run. Oh. I don't know if he lagged
He gave
there.
all that time up on the first couple laps on this run here.
Yep.
I agree.
So, by the time he makes it all back, everybody else is going to be on fresh tires. And
Yep.
It's not going to help.
He's gonna
So we have a wreck in the back. Looks like Lights Out got turned.
Oh, Lights Out did get turned as he is slow making his way. Looks like no caution came out. As Dangles is going to go to the outside of him. He's going to get back up to speed. I wonder how much damage he's got here.
Just
As he
like
brings
Big
into
Jim
pit
lagging
road.
out. Yeah, just like Big Jim lagging out, Lights is locked in, so it's not going to hurt him. Due to his win last week in Kansas.
So we try to cycle through the field here and find you a battle. Looks like everybody's pretty much single file. Oh, here we are. Steve-O on the inside of Swamp, which should be a good one. Steve-O's gonna, as Swamp does all night, so cook it into the corner just a scotch. Steve-O's gonna back off, try to get the little diamond run off of the corner here. Looks like Swamp's gonna be able to pull him and pull away with that position, which is the 3rd position. A good stage for Swamp thus far. You just gotta have a good finish here. Excuse me. As Max Boost has a 4.3 second lead over Swamp. So it looks like Max really hasn't, he's only 3 seconds up on NR Lewis. Yeah, it seems like the first 2 stages he had a lot more of a gap on it. On the field. As we continue to watch this battle.
We have 33 laps remaining, coming to 32. Swamp's tire light's already on, so he's going to have to pit here pretty soon.
Well, they have to pit twice with the tires.
They will not have to pit twice.
Even with tires?
Even with tires, you can easily make it if you conserve the tires.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Remember, that was a big thing. As we only came to all these racetracks once this year with the reduced schedule, with the late launch for the league, 31 to go, as Gator noted. As Swamp is really starting to battle loose in, and looks like Steve-O did. Able to pull that position off. Steve-O's going to hit the fence.
Hits the wall.
Swamp's going to try to go back inside of him here. Swamp's going back inside of him here. What is it? So, Max Boost continues to lead. NR Lewis is 2nd. Jagboy has not put any gap on Max Boost, but he has put a gap. So it looks like maybe Max Boost kind of checked up a little bit. He let Jagboy get around him, and then he took back off again. Kind of managing the gap to NR Lewis and trying to give his TGR teammates some love here. So when do you think we'll see pit stops, Gator? Here shortly, 2 to 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps. What do you think?
If I'm Lewis or Swamp, I gotta come early.
Now.
See if I can't use those fresh tires to try to gain some track position. Especially Lewis, that's his only chance.
Yeah.
Swamp's right front is at 3%, so I'm pretty sure he's coming this lap. Yeah, here comes. And our Lewis is going to run
here
one
he
more.
comes. Here comes Swamp.
And Swamp is going to cook it down pit road. So as pit stops have begun the cycle here. As it looks like the FBGM guys have all made their way down pit road. Dangles and Swamp.
Around max boost here and see when he comes in.
Storm Rooster has also made his way down pit road. Looks like NR
Max
Lewis is
staying
going
out
to,
another lap.
as is NR Lewis.
Those NR
Wow.
Lewis.
Yeah, you think
Wow.
I would have probably come in right there.
Yep.
if you were Lewis there, you probably, yeah, exactly, Gator would have short pitted to try to do something different than max boost. It's about the only way you're going to get him here. As Dangles is already off of pit road. Wonder if he tried a strategy there.
Gotta try something.
Swamp's going to take 4 tires and fuel. He almost got to it this rate. And here goes Swamp. So Dangles had to try something. Rooster's going to come out, but maybe Dangles tried too. Yeah, to the
Lewis
point.
is still out there hanging.
Doesn't look like Jagboy's going to gain any track position off of this move. He's already on worn tires. Storm Rooster filed out right in front of him, so.
Max hangs out for another lap. Lewis is coming in.
Ooh, Dangles and Steve-O got crossed up
Still
there.
think
Lewis.
he came in.
Looks like
Ooh,
Dangles
2
was on
laps.
the bumper of Steve-O, and Steve-O committed to pit road, and it kind of crossed up Dangles there, as Dangles is going to cruise here. So, nice boost on pit road. Will we get a late race caution to mix all this stuff back up? We shall see. And our Lewis is on pit road. So, is boost on pit road? Max boost is on pit road. All right.
Boost is on pit road.
Just entering pit road. Should come around. Long pit road here, Gator, at ISM. She's super long.
Super long for a short track.
She wraps almost all the way around the joint. She's going to come in as you see all the other leaders escape off. Max Boost is going to be on pit road, so we'll ride along with
Here's
NR Lewis here and see.
Swamp drove it in way too deep.
As Lewis is going to come around here.
But having those fresh tires for those couple extra laps brought Swamp right back up to Lewis's bumper.
As Lights Out's going to try to get up out of his way here. As Max Boost has made his way off pit road, I'm assuming. Yes, he has. He's going into turn number 1. So Max Boost will regain the lead as he has put it on cruise control.
If I was Lewis, I would have come in like 2 laps sooner.
Same. Yep. I agree.
Had to try something different.
Always got to do something opposite of the leader when you're in that situation.
As it looks like, oh, Lights Out's still out there, guys. Gar is also still out there. Gar just brought it down pit road. And my phone's going to die, so you're going to carry me home in a minute. So it looks like Lights Out's going to bring it to pit road as we speak. Which should turn the lead back over to Max, I believe. With about
Lights had
20
nothing to
laps
lose.
go.
He was hoping for a caution there to pin everybody a lap down.
As my son is telling his mother how much he loves her. He's cute. All right, Max Boost is your leader. Who is second? Do we know who's second, Gator? It looked like Dangles tried some strategy. Can you confirm or deny that?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this moment in time.
Alrighty. Swamp
Still
is up
waiting
as
for
running
everything
fourth.
to cycle through.
If Swamp could get off his tires, that'd be great. Swamp, if you're listening. As Max Boost is going to lap somebody. Who's those inside?
Ball
Is that
stick.
Ball stick, okay. So Max Boost continues to lead
Looks like
here.
Max is in first, Lewis is in second, Steve-O third, Swamp fourth.
Alright, so no strategy by Dangles. So it looks like pretty much how they pitted is how they came back out on pit on the racetrack. Max Boost continues to dominate here at Phoenix. I think he's led just about every single lap tonight, if not all of them.
Showed up ready to go.
Yes, sir. So looking forward to Homestead, guys. What do you project, not as far as drivers, but as far as the racing goes? Top, bottom, middle, long run speed. What do you think for the Xfinity cars?
That's the good thing about Homestead. It has got multiple lines you can run. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, you can run the top, but you also have to set up your car accordingly.
That is very true, Gator.
What's going to get interesting is on older tires, the car really starts to get snapping loose coming up out of the corners. So being able to set your car up to accommodate for that is going to be key in having long run speed.
Do you agree that if you run the fence, you kind of want a little bit looser? If you run the bottom, maybe a little bit more snug?
Yeah, definitely. I think ultimately, the middle to high lane is going to be the fastest way around.
Yeah, especially on worn tires.
Some side-by-side racing.
I agree. We'll get to favorites for Homestead later once we lock our 4 drivers in. As we already know, it's going to be lights out. Big Jim, as Max Boost look like he's in the driver's seat here this evening, guys.
Max Boost is cruising to be that third driver right now.
As we have, my phone's dead. Can I get a lap update at the line, please?
Up 14 to go right here. Max just crossed the line for 14 to go.
So 14 laps to go. As Swamp. Can I get a top 5 update, Gator?
Got Max Boost hanging out there in first. NR Lewis second. Steve-O third. Swamp fourth. And TK270 Kelvin in fifth.
Alrighty then. So we're just pretty much ticking them off at this point. As Max Boost continues to dominate. He says he's working his way towards a max point effort. And it'll be the last max point effort that he's going to need, essentially, as the points do not matter at Homestead. Correct, Gator?
That is correct. It all goes by finishing position. Whichever of the 4 playoff drivers finishes in front of the others is going to be declared the champion.
Which brings me to my next point. Do you agree with NASCAR's current playoff setup system, whatever you want to go with? Or do you think...
This has been a hot topic issue for years. I don't mind it, actually. I think it's fine the way it is. I also understand other people's arguments for it, but I do kind of like the way it is.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes to... I think it puts NASCAR in line with other professional sports, if that makes any sense. You know, a lot of people say, oh, the best driver doesn't win the championship. Well, how many times have we seen, 8-8 team win the Super Bowl or even get to that point? Do you see what I'm saying? So I think it sets it.
I mean, the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, it's kind of like NBA or MLB, where you got 3 races. So you got essentially, it's Jagboy spun out going on the pit lane. But essentially, you got it's like a 3-game series. So the winners, you got to win 2 out of the 3 games to advance. It's kind of like the same theory with NASCAR. You got 3 races to be able to advance.
Just kind of like a warm up round, essentially.
And then the final round, the championship round, is kind of like the NFL, where it's winner take all.
So I love
it's kind of like incorporating all of the major sports.
I think it's done a lot for the sport. Because we don't crown a champion like we did back when we were all children in October.
Right. Like,
it makes things more
he's the
exciting.
champion. Still 3 races left.
Yeah, 4 races to go, and you're crowning champions. That was never fun.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting for sure. It's not like Formula One where Lewis Hamilton wins the championship halfway through the season.
I don't understand how people miss that. I understand the best driver, but.
Can we get a laps to go update, please, sir, Gator?
Yes, it is. Max just crossed the line for 7 to go.
7 to go as we're going to start counting them down here for you. As it sits right now, our final 4 would be Lights Out, Big Jim, Max Boost, and Swamp racing his way into the top 4, as that puts 2 FBGM cars in. Who is this?
Lewis right now is praying for Max's dog. Hello?
Alright, we're going to mute this guy. Alright. As we continue to cruise here with 5 correct Gator laps to go to the line.
Let me double check. I was also muting that individual. No, it is 5 to go to the line, yes, sir.
5 laps to go.
Well, now he's coming to 4.
Thank you very much, sir. As he looks to lap, who is this in front of him?
Up the irons.
Up the irons. So we're 4 right at the line right now. Bang, 4 to go.
Yes.
4 laps to go. NARL Lewis, yeah, NARL Lewis is kind of just hoping for something to happen here. He's riding his second correct. It's going to be a heartbreaker to fall 1 spot short.
It is.
Didn't he lag out last week in Kansas?
The lag out at Kansas definitely bit him.
That's going to bite him pretty hard here, too. That one's going to hurt him. Has Swamp. Now, remember, Swamp dominated at Kansas. Got multiple stage points. So the lag out at Kansas is going to cost
Max is rounding his way through 1 and 2. Coming into turn 3 with 2 laps to go at the line. Looks like he's just going to cruise to victory tonight.
All right. 2 to go, you said, the line?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. He's going to cruise through. I almost caught it 3 and 4. Cruise through 1 and 2. I haven't messed up tonight with that all night, luckily. And he's going to come back to the 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. About 27-second lap time, so about 30 more seconds. We're going to have our final 4 pretty much locked in for Homestead.
If Max doesn't wreck or lag out in the final half a lap, we got our top 4 locked in.
As he's going to drive it on down, as he has been all night long. Smooth into turn 3 and 4. He's going to come off of 3 and 4 through the Geico restart zone. And Max Boost is going to win at ISM to lock himself into the finale at Homestead.
On to Homestead.
As Max Boost has maximum effort and max points tonight. NARL Lewis is going to come home second, 1 spot short. As Swamp is going to come to the finish line and lock himself in the Homestead as well. Big Jim lagged out. So there, your final 4.
That's got to be a sense of relief for Swamp.
I agree. So Swamp, Big Jim, Max Boost, and Lights Out, your final 4 heading to Homestead as we're going to start. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to try to get all final 4 finalists in to the party to get a interview. As we're going to start with our race winner, Max Boost. Pretty uneventful race this evening. I reckon Max is showing off line. So I'm trying to dig him up here. There he is, showing off line. Get an invite out to him real quick. As here he is, our race winner and advancing to Homestead on the maximum point effort this evening. Max Boost, how you doing, buddy? Good job on the win.
Oh man, woohoo! I'm happy to be going to Homestead. I was really worried.
I don't know what you're worried about, man. You put a whooping on them all night long. It was a pretty uneventful race behind you, man. What went through your mind, going into the race, and then once the race got going, were you worried all night, or did your confidence ever pick up through the night?
I was worried, and then I don't know what happened to Big Jim, if he lagged out or just left, but my worries went away when he disappeared, because he's just one of the fastest guys around, and he's always one that I look forward to battling to. So it's a shame to see him dip out. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, the worries kind of went away, and I was able to just get in a rhythm and run a good race.
Awesome, man. All right, joining me in the booth tonight, I got Gator Mike. How you doing, Gator? Anything to add to him?
Max, congratulations again. I feel like every time I'm in the booth, you pull out the dub. You were on your way to Homestead. A little bit of news: Big Jim did indeed disconnect on the very early on in the race. So, what was your mindset going in? I know you missed Kansas. You were still up by quite a bit in the point standings. Were you just, I don't know, I don't want to say cruising, knowing you had that big points gap, or were you actually pushing, knowing that if somehow Swamp Fox left you in points, that if somebody else won, that you'd be out?
Yeah, I went in just knowing I needed to outpoint Swamp just in case Jagboy or NR Lewis wins. Just always got to go in with a plan. So as soon as I started getting stage points and kind of leveling out there, it wasn't a big issue. And then I was just kind of focusing on following my car. And I didn't expect it was going to go green the whole time. I know there was a couple of crashes in the back, but I was expecting some cautions here. But it was a pretty smooth race.
Yeah, and how the heck do you make your car so much faster than everybody else?
A lot of practice, honestly. I've
Just
been running
asking for a friend, because cup races tomorrow.
right. Well, I can give this advice to everybody: easy in, let it roll the center, get back in the throttle, don't overturn it on exit. Just carry your momentum. That's
Right.
the trick to this track.
All right. K-Bart also joining us this evening. K-Bart, you got anything to add, buddy?
Hey man, congrats on the win. Hey, so mindset, is it already to Homestead, or are you gonna celebrate, or what's going on? Are you gonna get off and already head out to that track and practice? Because you said practice makes everything. So
I'm probably gonna take a break for the night. I've been running the Pro League lobbies all day, so I need a break from this damn game.
Speaking of
I hear you. That
Homestead,
Pro League stuff going on right now is stressful, and I know you're pushing really hard to get in there, and I wish you the best of luck with it.
yeah, good luck, man.
Excuse me, appreciate that.
So, speaking of Homestead, you worried about your dog's guts at all, kind of ruining your chances for an Xfinity championship, or no?
I'm actually more worried about lagging out. That would be a heartbreaker, especially with it being 200 laps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that'd be a heartbreaker. Like lap 180, just disconnect. Oof.
All right,
that's
man.
playing through my nightmares.
All right, man. Well, before you hop off of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
You know what? Shout out to you guys once again. You guys come together and put on this awesome league, and it's so much fun to run, so much fun to watch the streams back, and it's just a fun community to be a part of. So just shout out to everybody who makes this thing happen. I appreciate it. I know everybody appreciates it. Thank you guys.
We're trying hard. It's the first season. We are working our way, building this up from the ground up. So we do appreciate you joining us for season 1. Helping us work through this.
Thank you, brother. All right, man. Good luck at Homestead. As we're going to try to get Big Jim in here. Our other Final Four contestant.
Before we get him in here, my headset might die, so if you ask me anything, I might not answer.
Yes, here he is, Big Jim. Congratulations, Jim. Tough night after your lag out, but you're on the homestead, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so stoked for Swamp, man. That's better than me getting in. I've been wanting FBGM to show out, and it looks like we'll both be there. So.
All right.
It's
All
gonna be
right. Well,
exciting.
got Gator here with me. Gator, you want to add anything to Big Jim, who is super elated for his teammate?
Yeah, obviously I don't have much for the race tonight because you unfortunately disconnected very early on. But what is your mindset heading into Homestead on Sunday? Are you thinking about Max? Are you thinking about Lige? Are you thinking about Swamp? Who do you think is going to be your main competition, and how are you going to set yourself up for that?
I'm just gonna run it like every other race that I run. Usually when I make a big deal about something, usually I screw it up. I think Richmond was a good example of that. But no, I'm just gonna relax, have some fun there. Obviously, Max is gonna be the favorite, but I mean, anything can happen. I watched other broadcasts of Homestead, and it looks like the racing there is pretty tight if everyone can keep it clean. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. That's pretty cool. Also joining me tonight, Kyle K-Bart. Anything to add, brother?
Hey, man. Yeah, tough luck on you disconnecting. Hey, so basically, you just gotta turn your head out of the way, and you gotta shift your head right to Homestead. What's your mindset after disconnecting from ISM, and possibly, I mean, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen, but that happened again.
Well, a lot better seeing that Swamp was still able to advance through. I was scared that that maybe there was a possibility that Jagboy would have been up there, and he actually showed a lot of speed, but I was scared that it was going to be a little team action between Max and Jagboy at some point tonight. But yeah, no, honestly, the disconnect doesn't really faze me. I had a pretty fast car. It obviously doesn't show anymore because I didn't even turn a lap. But I would like to take this time to say I've never had that happen before, though, where literally you get stuck on the loading screen and it just freezes. It wasn't really a lag out. It was just the game freezing on me. So, I'll go yell at Zane the Bearded One, even though he's living on the streets, and then that'll be about it.
All right, man. Well, good luck at Homestead, brother, and we'll see you, I guess, Sunday night.
All right.
Sunday night. Yep, Sunday night. Appreciate you, brother.
Good. See you guys.
Who's next? Lights out. As we wait for lights out to get in here, I'm actually going to let Gator lead this interview so I can get my son a bottle. Gator, you're up. Go. Lights out. How you doing, brother?
Still waiting for lights to appear.
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Still waiting for them to appear on my screen.
I'm doing pretty good, man. We just want to bring you in here and congratulate you on the Homestead, man. How you feeling this evening?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Can't wait till Sunday. Can't wait till Sunday.
Gator.
All right, lights out. I can hear you now. Going into the race tonight, what was your plan, knowing you had already advanced to Homestead? Were you just there to pick up a win, use different strategy, or just kind of cruise? What was your plan going in tonight?
Just ride along, man. Just ride along. Then Storm Rooster had to slap the wall and then slap me head on. I Dale Earnhardted the wall pretty good.
Now, knowing you guys are good buddies from Nebraska, did you give him any ribbing in the party chat that you had?
Oh yeah. I gave him the old Cole Trickle. Remember me too. I bashed him in the rear end.
Well, moving on to next week. gives you plenty of time to practice for Homestead. How are you going to set your car? Not to give away too much information, but how do you plan on setting your car up? Do you think it's going to be a long run car using maybe the high lane, or a short run using the low lane? What do you think you're going to do heading into that race?
I did run some practice laps at Homestead, and I really do like the low line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the high line that much. I like a long run car. I hate my car to lose. I hate it loose.
Right.
That's my plan.
Well, congratulations. Good luck for advancing to Homestead. We also got K-Bart in the booth tonight. K-Bart, any questions for our championship 4-driver lights?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, congrats again on, just already locking in. It's a less stress going in, trying to race in at the last second, and your mind can be already to Homestead after your win last week. So like you said, your mindset is already to Homestead. You already said what your line you're gonna run. When is it time to start practicing? When is it? Are you gonna get any guys to group with each other? Are you? It kind of is a drafting track. Are you gonna ask other people for help, or are you just gonna run at your own race?
I got a couple of people I run with. I got a couple of people that I'll run some practice laps with.
Oh, well, there we go. So at least you're not going out of the blue and just hopping in. So that's good. So.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your trip in the Final Four to Homestead, and good luck on Sunday, brother.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep. Congrats, man. Good luck.
You guys have a good night.
You too, bud.
So we try to get Swamp in here for our final Final Four interview. If he's not sleeping, he might be asleep.
Be asleep already.
As we wait for him to get in here.
Should have done him first.
So that's it, guys. One more race in the inaugural season for the North America eRacing League Xfinity Series. Been a pretty wild, as Swamp has actually joined us now. How you doing, Swamp, man? Congratulations on making the Final Four and on the way to Homestead. How you doing? How you feeling, brother?
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty good.
I thought you were asleep, man. I was kind of mocking you there for a second.
No. Just finishing up a convo.
I hear you, man. All right. Well, Gator's in here. Anything to add for him, Gator?
Swamp, I know the relief that you're feeling right now. The pressure's off your shoulders. You made it to Homestead. You got nothing to lose once you get there. So, how do you plan on attacking Max and Jim and Swamp and Lights Out once you get there, Swamp?
Yeah, I don't really know. So I feel like out of the four of us, I'm the only one without a win this season. So I'm thinking maybe we might have to end up playing some strategy or something to compete for a win, but who knows? I've hung with Max at some 1.5 miles. I've been ahead of Jim and Lights at some 1.5 miles. So we'll see. It's just a lot of pressure off being getting to the Final Four. It's kind of the goal overall. I know a lot of people, in the league doubted me getting here, so it's just enjoyable.
Let the doubters fuel you.
All right. Hey, it's K-Bart. Hey, congrats, man, on advancing to Homestead. Hey. I have one driver in mind that might have won the truck championship last season that didn't have a win. No one had hopes for him, but yet won the championship. What was his name? Matt Crafton? Kind of sound like that right now. So there's some hopes right there. So, I mean, I would take that as a compliment, going, anything could happen, he'd been racing for a while. You can do it, man. So what's your mindset already for Homestead? I know you just yes, I made it, but you already have to have your mindset going to the next race.
Yeah, I guess it's just, stage points don't really matter or anything, so just try to put myself in a position to be up front. at the end. I guess would be how I would try to attack it.
It's a really really tight racing track. So I really don't see big gaps happening like it did tonight at a short track. So I think it's any man's game where one slight mistake can ruin the race, and one right move will win it all. So
Yeah, I know. And this track in this game, it gets really loose coming off the corners. So I feel like whoever can attack that the best, probably has the best shot on winning. So I just feel like it's going to take a win to win it all here.
perfect. Hey man, congrats again.
Thank you.
All right, Swamp. Well, congratulations to Homestead, man. We're looking forward to seeing you out there on Sunday, and best of luck to you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, man. All right. Anybody want to shout out before we hop off here?
FBGM guys, they've been helping a little bit. You guys for putting the show on, and just want to shout out. I know Lewis didn't get the result he wanted tonight, but man, that might be the best race he's ran all year. So he just brought it when he needed to bring it. Shout out to him.
All right, man. We appreciate it, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
All right, that about wraps it up. Anything to add, K-Bart and Gator, before we sign off?
I can't wait till Sunday. That's all I can say.
Yep, that
It's
was
gonna be a good one.
Actually leads me to my next point. So tomorrow, actually, tune in before Sunday for the Cup Series. As the Cup Series tackles ISM to lock our final 4 drivers into the championship final 4. As locked in currently as Killam and Crunch. So it should be a good show. Points battles a little bit tighter than Xfinity, but kind of still spaced out a little bit. We'll see if somebody can race their way in from below the cut line. Join Avenge tomorrow at 8:45. Also Sunday, the final Xfinity race in the inaugural North America eRacing League Xfinity Series season. So with that said, you'll have a good night. See you at 8:45 Eastern tomorrow as we settle some business. Good luck, guys, and take care of each other.
Take it easy, everyone.
Take care, guys.